National Democratic Congress's Heartbeat radio program. In studio today, we have the Honorable General Secretary, Mr. Andy Williams. He's here along with other youth representatives who will join us online and one in studio. Today is strictly youth, and we want to get ready right into it and talk a little about the youth convention upcoming and the rally, and also discuss in terms of what the government is doing as it relates to young people throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And I want to take the opportunity to now introduce the Honorable Andy Williams.
Oh, sorry, I just listened to a song.
What's
you hear
that
it already?
song? No. I'd like to hear it play.
No, it's a new song we want to launch for the rally coming up on the 26th of April. I'm a boy.
Well,
You hear it?
Well, let's hear it.
Unity is strength, and we getting stronger. Then this is shiver, that tremor. We blacking out. What you think it catch? Yellow fever. Hey, we give them.
Pull up,
We give them yellow fever. Right. So, folks, you can look forward to a massive rally on April 26th in Cobbles Peters Park, St. John's. It's going to be massive. And guess what? We have a big announcement to make on April 26th. So you don't want to miss that.
Correct.
You don't want to hear it from someone else.
Correct.
You want to be there and hear it on the night.
Correct.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And what a way to start off the program. It's very unique because it's a pretty long time, I guess, People's Sunday. I could recall Prime Minister saying in his recent interview, in terms of what fret you. Some people get the Sunday tabanka, so it's going to be a massive experience on the 26th. We're encouraging everyone, not just young people, but everyone to come out and be a part of the rally.
Yes, some people, because we say youth rally, some people think that the rally is only for youths.
Right.
But the rally is for everyone.
Right.
What we want to do is to highlight the youths. We're having a youth convention on that same day. And coming out of the convention, we want to go to the rally. It's a case where we want to highlight our youth. And you know what, MP, Redden? It's a joy to see so much youth interested in the National Democratic Congress.
Right.
It shows that our party is an attractive party. There were once when we were branded as a party for the elderly and not the young people. But you can see, based on the signs that we are seeing, more and more young people are engaging us every day. Look at you, you're only 25 years old. Right?
Close.
But look at our Prime Minister too, young, you know. So it's a joy to see, and you know, we have from all different constituencies coming out. We will be having the convention. The convention is expected to have over 150 persons. Right. It's from Carriacou.
And that's for the internal session.
Internal session.
Right, lovely.
Yeah, so, and the fact is that we want to really revive our youth arm, have an active youth arm, because at the end of the day, Grenada is made up of about 65% of youths. And it is important for us to groom young people into politics. And not just politics, but to get them away from the gutter politics. And, you know, our party stands for values and etc. And get them into the more mature side of politics. Politics that we can disagree and still be friends.
Correct.
Politics that we don't have to go and try to tarnish someone's reputation based on lies. You know, all these things have to stop, because at the end of the day, all of us want what is good for Grenada.
Correct.
So it is our duty as MPs and ministers to groom the younger ones. Correct. And to make way for them, according to what Moy Bishop said. Make way for them to come and take over.
Correct.
So all in all, folks, I just want to say youth rally, yes, it's a youth rally, but it's a rally for everyone. Come out and support our youths. Show them that you're just rallying behind Andy and Ron, but you're rallying behind them also.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Andy Williams. Well, let's just talk a little about, before we introduce some of the other guests for today, about the government's own track record thus far in terms of education. I heard recently the largest amount of health scholarships, and by way of quantum, and the amount for doctors. Talk to us a little about government's own policy as it relates to education and some of the other sectors for young people.
So the thing is, this week we saw the assistance given to students to the scholarship for health, etc. But I have to say that we have been doing a tremendous job, not just this week, but throughout
The entire
our term in government. You look at agriculture. You look at even the Monroe University, where we give scholarship to students who are the first university. First generation, exactly. And because we know that in order to build a better Grenada, we have to build our youth, educate our youth, and not just for today. I can tell you, MP, one of the biggest disappointments for me in the last few weeks was when I heard the former Prime Minister said, when about Project Polaris, that, and his comments was this, his statement was this: even though they have the money to build the hospital, by the time the hospital is built, half oil is dead already. That is too much of a backward statement, because in our life as parents, we work every day to try to create a better future for our children, not for us.
Correct.
We go to work every day, we do this, we do that, we send them to school, we make the sacrifices for the next generation. So if a former Prime Minister is thinking like that, he is saying to us as a nation, he doesn't care about the young people.
Future.
Doesn't care about the future of Grenada. If Maurice Bishop and the others, Gary, were thinking like that, we would have never had an international airport today. Look at Kaifta. Look at Kaifta. Look at the amount of countries that came into Grenada. Look at just in March, I was speaking to the hotels in the south, and they were saying, Minister, for the whole month of March, we'll be full. Yeah, if we did not have an international airport, how we would have gotten all these
benefits,
and so, and that's what we are trying to get away from. We are trying to lead a platform for our youth in terms of education, and even in terms of the youth economy that we want to launch.
Right.
Yeah, and that is where that's where our vision is. And let me just say this before I come off this topic of the youth. We are the same format that Project Polaris took in terms of having a project sponsor.
Right.
We are doing that for skills also, because we understand that education is not just going into the classroom and doing your book work. That's not education alone. Skills is part of education too.
Yes.
And we are trying to bring it back. Going back to the age of 14 to 18. Yeah, and introduce it into secondary schools, starting with the pilot, agriculture, starting with the pilot again in St. Andrew. And where we dedicate one day to the students going out in the field to practice, etc. Now, when we do this, we are equipping young people to come out of school, not just with the academics, but also with a skill. And we want to go into marine technology and all these things. And when you come out, you're not just coming out with your books, and because not everyone are good, is good when it comes to the books.
Yeah.
Some of us are good with our hands, with skills and so. And we need to nurture that.
Correct.
So these are the steps we are taking. And if you ask me, I am very excited for young people in this era. Sometimes everything will not be on the surface and happen at once. So you may not see it blossom in one time, but we are sowing the seeds now. And in a few months/years, you will see the tremendous benefit that will be available for our young people in Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique.
Right. And that's correct. Well, thank you very much for your opening salvo. I think, by and large, based on what you've said, certainly from an area of education, the government is going to now introduce the centers of excellence.
Yes.
And that is something that we see as a priority in addition to the Project Polaris, which is going to deal with the new research hospital for Grenada. Also speak to us about the question of sports. You briefly mentioned it a while back, Carifta, sports tourism.
Yeah.
The benefits, the National Stadium
Yeah.
now has lights. That's the National Cricket Stadium.
Yeah.
Right? A number of other facilities are being upgraded.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little about that. How is
So
it going?
sometimes one of the problems that governments face in the Caribbean and all over the world is that when one government starts something and the other come into office, They just disregard everything. Now, if anyone followed us, you will see that in the beginning, we were getting blamed saying that we do not have any new projects. All the projects we are doing are NMP projects because we took the mature route. If it's good, let's continue it. So, for example, you have the National Stadium. And it was good that we got a National Stadium. Let us applaud NMP for that. But at the same time, we understand that if we put lights in the stadium, we can go a step further. We understand, okay, we have Progress Park, but we understand if we put lights in Progress Park, we can go a step further. We have the telescope past here. We understand if we put lights in telescope, they can be GBSS. Right? But I mean, just a joke, but again, it's something for the youths. When I pass through, when I go in my constituency, and I pass through Mont Rouge, pass through Springs, pass through the lines. Imagine the lines after 12 in the morning. You had about 200-300 persons there looking at football. Wow. All because of the lights. And you can see the improvements being made. Character. We hosted Character 2024. We hosted Character 2026. And you're talking about the government investing over $300,000 into these events. My mistake. The $300,000 was for Intercall. Right. But over $2 million for the character. Well, that's money that we are putting out to encourage sports in Grenada. Character may look simple, but let's look at the intangible benefits beyond just character. You're talking about inspiring a generation of youths that will come to the stadium, that will look on television and see our young men performing, and they too will want to perform. So when they go back to school, they will go back to school with a passion and an energy to reach at the character level, not just intercall level, but the character level before Q&A time. If we got a medal in character, we were lucky. No, the last character, we got 11 medals. We were like fifth in terms of amount of medals received. We were like fifth. And look at our size. So character is not just about the event, but about what it brings, the inspiration to our young people. And I'm saying there's no time in Grenada history that I'm so excited about the opportunities for our young people.
Definitely. Definitely. And thank you very much again for that. So viewers and listeners online via Zoom, we have a number of young men and women who would like to receive the opportunity to make their pitch. We do have one in studio, and we would take a quick break and then get back into the interviews with them. So we'll invite the in-studio guests first, and then we will take those online as we proceed during the rest of the show.
It's a celebration of all things Grenadian. Showcase Grenada Exhibition 2026, Sunday, April 12th, 1 p.m. to midnight. Any chances see I get, I go in Grenada. Presented by the Grenada Independence Planning Committee in collaboration with the Consulate General of Grenada in Toronto. Hosted by Fatman George. This exciting event features live performances from renowned artists like Talpri. Welcome to the Job Nation. It's not your imagination. And Alma Boy, alongside other various artists: Kenny C, Michael Brown, PJP, 473 Odie, Leon Spice, Hudson George, Corey Ross, and Tessa Ann. It's happening at the JCA, 995 Arrow Road, North York, Ontario. Indulge your taste buds with authentic Grenadian food, including the famous oil down, fresh produce, spices, and more. Enjoy thrilling entertainment from steel pan music, drumming, dancing by the Spice Isle dancers, and traditional mass performances like shotney, plus poetry and comedy. Families are welcome. There are plenty of activities for children to enjoy. Explore booths from local vendors and learn about tourism, investment, and trade opportunities in Grenada. It's only $10 for adults. Children 12 and up, $5. Children under 12, absolutely free. This event is made possible by our sponsors: the Grenada Tourism Authority, Sheridan Cyrus Dentistry, the Caribbean Camera, Six Senses Lasajet, Kalinago Beach Resort, Lux Modern Residential Living, HBBS Auto and Equipment Leasing, GMFM, Mr. Lawnmower, and Ride Go. Don't miss out on this vibrant cultural showcase. Mark your calendars and join us for a day filled with joy, culture, and community at Showcase Grenada Exhibition 2026. Everything Grenadian.
On Saturday, May 16th, Brooklyn will come alive with live acoustic performances from some of Grenada's top local acts. setting the stage for an evening that celebrates culture, cuisine, and community. Set in an atmosphere of refined elegance, guests will enjoy a curated Caribbean culinary experience. The evening will also feature a special keynote address by the Honorable Dickon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada. This premier fundraising affair promises an unforgettable experience where flavor, music, and purpose come together for a truly meaningful evening. Tickets are available now on GoToFate and Eventbrite. Secure yours early and be part of an extraordinary night. Spice Indulgence, an evening of heritage, connection, and impact.
Grenada is moving forward, and young people like you are at the heart of it. The National Democratic Youth Movement is all about connecting, learning, and making real impact. This is your chance to be a part of something bigger, to grow, to lead, and shape the future while making a difference. If you are ready to step up, have your voice heard, and help build a better Grenada, then the National Democratic Youth Movement is the organization for you. Join us because you are the future.
Them in the house is sick. Ron, let me sing a song for you, right? Let me teach you the song, right?
Let me hear the lyrics.
You hear the lyrics?
Yeah.
Right.
Let me hear the-
Unity is strength, and we getting stronger. They started to shiver. Some tremor. So when the man the blacking out, what you think he did catch? Yellow fever. Listen.
Hold on.
You have to get your yellow flag, right?
Right.
And when Alma say yellow,
Yellow fever.
up in there.
Right.
Let me demonstrate, right?
Right.
Yellow fever. Yellow. Yellow. But let me tell you what. Let me tell you the part I like, right? Coming up. The progress hurting them. The progress making them sick. The progress hurting them. Things happening. Are we back yet?
Yeah.
We back already?
Definitely.
After you don't take a minute. So thank you very much, Minister, again for your demonstration of this wonderfully put together rendition. I can't wait to hear it. As my understanding that we have yellow fever t-shirts.
We will have yellow fever t-shirts
right?
on sale.
So which means we're doing lovely. As GS take a bow, I think this organization in terms of reaching out and in terms of getting the people behind this to really produce this is an excellent initiative.
Yes.
And it speaks volumes in terms of Grenada's capacity to be able to constantly produce creative music.
Yep.
But, we have to, in all seriousness, we have to get back. We do have a guest in studio. And I would allow the guest to introduce herself. Tell us a little about yourself and, what's your take? What position are you running for stuff in the upcoming convention?
Good afternoon, everyone. And my name is Melinda Francis, and I am part of the youth arm. I am currently offering myself to serve as chairperson of the National Youth Arm.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So, what makes you the ideal candidate for the job?
I believe that I am the ideal candidate simply because I bring a mixture of leadership based on real community initiatives that I have also partaken. Currently, I serve as the chair for the St. David's Youth Constituency, where I work closely with the youth, and we are working to drive real impact in St. David's. Also, I am the chair of the Finance Committee for the Caribbean Water and Wastewater Association, where we are planning a major conference here in Grenada.
Nice.
Additionally, I am part of the Caribbean Biodiversity Youth Network, and we are working on a diplomacy and biodiversity course, where I am involved in the learning and development of myself.
Excellent.
So this whole mix of everything, I think I am the ideal candidate for the chairperson.
Well, thank you very much for sharing. That's good. That's good. Well, I wouldn't get into asking you further details. I think you gave the two organizations. Very impressive. But I want to move now to a question that is going to be linked to the heart, meaning, why did you choose the National Democratic Congress as a young person to join?
Personally, with me, before I join anything in life, I sit back and I observe, and I make my own analysis. And the National Democratic Congress stands for service, it stands for structure, it stands for humility and real people-centered leadership. So I am very proud of that. Also, I joined an organization that's for the youth, something that will empower the youth and will not have the youth sitting on the sidelines, that we will be a real part of it, our voice will be heard, and will be allowed to make a real impact in the future of Grenada.
Excellent.
And let me just add, MP, why I sort of agree with what Melinda is saying, because at times we ourselves, some of you and I, who have to be instrumental in the party, still have to go and try to, recruit the youths and all these things. What I would love to see from the National Democratic Congress is we have youths who will be able to think like youths, right? And to know how the youths think, how the peers think. And it is a burden of us. And if we empower them, and Melinda and all the rest that's online, and so if we empower them, it makes us even stronger as an organization.
Correct.
An organization is defined as a group of people working together to achieve one common goal. And that is what we want to have everyone in. But I have one question for Melinda also. What do you think you can bring different to the others who are putting themselves up for position?
Okay. As I said before, I bring a mix of leadership, real people-centered initiatives that I plan to bring out there. And we want to focus on each and every youth out there. We want to focus on building leaders of tomorrow, because the youth will be the future prime ministers, they will be the future government ministers, we will be the future leaders and policymakers. So we have to ensure that the policies and the initiatives that we bring out there are something that would empower them, something that would reach them. So one of the initiatives that I want to implement will be like a mentorship program, so that we have youths connected personally with the leaders of the party and the leaders of the country, and could be regional leaders also, so that there are somebody to guide them, somebody to lead them, because we see that the youth need real guidance. We need somebody who've been there, who've walked the road that we are walking, so that they can lead us and guide us on the correct path. And I think that's the way that we are going to win for the youths.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing. So, talk to us about your area of concern. You're a youth, so therefore you must identify a national issue or concern that you believe needs to be enhanced as to why you're getting involved in frontline, so to speak.
The most prevalent, my concern, area of concern is the prevalence of non-communicable disease among youths and the wider population. So we see that there are many cases of diabetes, hypertension, even obesity. And these are prevented through lifestyle changes and dietary changes. So the whole country as a whole, the youths, the leaders, have to make that concerted effort to make a national concerted effort to help change that aspect. So in terms of our import of products, we have to look seriously at that. So this is a serious decision we have to make. We have to look at our import products. We have to find our right direction and the commitment to making that happen. So reduce our import bills. We have to support the local, encourage planting local. Our soil is rich and fertile enough. We have the resources, so we have to make that effort to get ourselves on the right track. So in terms, we will not be treating illnesses, we'll be preventing it altogether. So I think that's a national policy that I am very passionate about, and I want to see it to completion.
Yeah, oh, sounds lovely. So you'll definitely be in support of having local agro-processors be able to produce more healthy stuff and being sold on the shelves of our supermarkets.
Definitely.
So now I feel like if I can retire.
Which leads me to my final question for you. what area, if you had the opportunity to serve in the government right now, what area would you be interested to put your hat in the ring, so to speak?
So my area of passion would be definitely finance and economic development.
Excellent.
Because I believe that this is the main thing that will be driving the force for development in your structures, development in everything to speak about, because finance is the key to everything. So in your structures, in your national priorities, in your policies and everything. And once that is managed carefully, then you can have good structures, you can have good policies, you can have, and ultimately build a future that is, build a future that will be able to sustain the future for everyone going forward. So
excellent. And thank you. I want to say thank you to yourself, because you told us, you gave us, I will let your secret out of the bag. You told us you were nervous. So it's your first time. You're braving it very well, and we want to encourage the others to do so. So online, I would now move over to our technical operator who would switch online.
So MP, let me just ask a question. How old are you again?
I am 30. This man making me expose my age. I ain't going to fall victim for your question. Not this morning, but 30-something.
30-something, right?
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay, so you're technically a youth also?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
We all fall in the youth categories.
You understand.
Just checking.
Excellent. Thank you, GS. So the first person I would ask to go ahead and introduce themselves and to indicate which position they're running from. I am looking at the Zoom chat. I would start off with Mr. Jaden Alexander. Jaden, should we provide an intro for you? Jaden, please unmute your mic and your microphone if you're hearing me, and your camera, turn it on kindly. All right, the next person I'm seeing here is Mr. Jonathan Taylor. Mr. Taylor, you can proceed, and you can start off by first indicating who you are and what position you're running for in the upcoming youth convention. Please turn on your cameras.
What we can do, while we wait for them, we can probably have some discussion soon. Oh, you're on, okay.
Everyone hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you loud and clear now. Thank you.
All right. So again, I just want to start by saying afternoon to everybody.
Good afternoon.
My name is Jonathan Taylor. I'm currently the assistant treasurer of the St. Andrews Southeast branch, which means that I'm from the constituency of St. Andrews Southeast. I was also the former treasurer of the steering committee of the youth arm, and now I'm vying for the position of treasurer again for this election.
Excellent.
Coming convention election.
Excellent. So, Jonathan, what makes you the ideal candidate for the job?
Well, since I'm given that fact that I'm going for the treasurer role, I must say that I have been an experience in the accounting field. I have been working in the accounting field for the last 8 to 10 years. Also having about 3 certifications in accounting. So that helps strengthen why I think I'm applicable for the role. But also what I do understand too is that when you serve on an executive, it's not just really about the position. I said, yes, you will have to do the work in case if I'm elected for the treasurer, but it's also about strong voice towards the cause and for the progress that the organization wants to see. And over the last 2-3 years being part of the youth, I mean, we have been on a clarion call for trying to advocate for youth inclusion, and the party has been more than welcoming to the youth in being inclusive and being part of the process. And with that is why one of the reasons why I continue to strive to advocate and to be a part of the process and the organization.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So what would you say, why did you join the National Democratic Congress in terms of your political choice at this time?
Well, quite frankly, when I joined the organization, I think I joined because the NDC organization had more principles and values for me. And I think when you look at some of the programs, the policies that they put in place, it really think for sustainable transformation and development of persons on a whole. And I think that what kind of joined me into joining the organization. I mean, when you look at the history, you look over the last 2 times the minimum wage was increased, it was by this administration.
Right.
When you look at certain policies that they implement, it's all about holistic development and not just short-term policies, but really about sustainable development that will have benefit. When you look at the transformation, so you don't look at for now, but it what will be impactful within the next 4 or 5 years. And I think that is what kind of led me to join in the NDC organization. And from that point, joining the youth arm was just maybe helping bridge the gap between implementing those policies and how we could get the youths on board and have a voice to be inclusive to help strengthen those policies from a youth perspective.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So apart from the question of the minimum wage, what other issues would you say that you, in your own personal capacity, believe that we should be talking about, and how would you probably go about changing it?
I think in a smart way, try to ask me who I want me.
Definitely. So you could proceed.
Yeah. I think for when this administration came in, some more things have been put into place, but I think one of the things that kind of affect me, I think when I look at a capacity point of view, and persons really taking the fold. For instance, when you hear business places, and so I mean, from the area of St. Andrew, so when I looked at like the places like the Anglican Primary School being built and the Grenada Christian Academy and the clarion call by some of the contractors and so for workers and so on. And the thing about it is that Grenadians is a place where we are short of skills, not short of talent, but sometimes from a capacity point of view, when you look at how sometimes we don't really capitalize on some of the opportunities that could help benefit, and we could keep some of the workers so locally among our people if we just increase our capacity. And so I think that's one of the things that kind of affects me, because you can hear the call that person say that there's not a job, but if they're here in the same or it's a situation irony where there are places asking and they have to the amount of talent we have just not be able to fill the gap. So I know this administration has put some things in place and that they're trying to work on filling those gaps, but I think maybe sometimes also as youth we could better fill those gaps and take up the job opportunities like those that help maybe fill those gaps better. So that's one of the, I mean, you have a lot of other things that
Yes.
as a person, I mean, we had the clarion call where people think with the gender-based violence and so on in recent time, but from a policy point of view and so on, that's one of the things that kind of stick with me in a way.
All right. And if you had to serve in government today, what is the likely area that you would choose? As a minister department.
Like me and you. Yeah, well, like me and you, we both have passion for sports. Even right now, I'm currently on my way to a cricket match now in Andrew.
Excellent.
So I just stopped for a while to get. So that is one of the areas. I mean, I've always been passionate about in developing our sports. As I said before, it's not to say that we are short of talent. Yeah, Grenada is one of the most talented places. You will find a lot of talent. If you look over the years, the amount of athletes and cricketers and footballers that came through the line, we're not short of talent. It's just that I always think from when you're in school to when you're reaching professional, I think that is where we need to strengthen on that gap, how we could help persons transcend from playing at a youth level to becoming professional and taking on sports as a career path. So that's one of the things that I've always been passionate about, putting the structures in place where we have to develop and training facilities or improvement of coaches so people can improve the standard of playing, and that is one of the things that I always driven, and still I'm currently passionate by that.
So Jonathan, you say you're going to a cricket match, right? Are you going to watch or play?
I'm going to play.
Oh, and I heard you mention MP Weathered. Does he play also or watch?
Well, I've seen him bowling in Las Vegas.
Bowl?
And I took a wicket. I took a wicket. I took a
And he got
wicket.
wicket.
All right then.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. And so we'll move on to the next person. I recognize Monique Kojo. You now have the floor. You can introduce yourself and tell us what position you're running for in the upcoming youth convention. Monique?
Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Okay.
Proceed.
My name is Monique Kujo, and I'm vying for the position of secretary.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. And you would say that you're the ideal candidate for the job right now?
Well, yes, I believe I'm the ideal candidate for the job based on my past experience and present experience as secretary throughout the private sector and now serving as secretary for the Grenada National Sports Council. I have, would say, administrative expertise for that position, and I'm also passionate about youth development, and I'm confident to make a positive impact if elected.
Excellent. So what would you say drew you toward the National Democratic Congress as a result?
Right. So from a tender age, I have always known of the NDC's values and their philosophy. I remember hearing this thing about Uncle Tilly being a man of integrity. And yeah, so it started from then, and I grew up in an NDC household. So I think automatically it's as if I was kind of like, it was embedded then to,
Right.
you know, align with them, and then also to kind of, but build on that. So from then and there, it has been in me. So I don't think there was another party to choose from, you know, NDC administration.
Thank you. Thanks for your answer. So we're going to move on a little faster given the interest of time, but I want to ask you two questions and probably get your responses. And the first being, what is one area of national interest that you're most concerned about, and probably how would you go about changing it if in fact it is a concern?
Okay, so one area that deeply concerns me is the need for more youth support initiatives. I believe in investing in young people. I'm quite close to a few of them in my community, and they've always repeated the same thing. They're willing, but there is a gap between availability of skills training, you know, programs and initiatives. So most of them are just sidelined, and I think I would be like a voice to kind of speak on their behalf,
Right.
to
advocate,
right, to kind of provide meaningful opportunities for them where there is lacking right now.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And then finally, if you had a choice to make, what would be the ministry of your choice?
I think it's pretty obvious, Ministry of Youth and Sports. As I am serving in the sporting capacity right now, and youth as I'm on the younger end, and I'm quite close with the young people in my community, and yeah, and the wider.
Thank you, Ms. Kojo. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your evening. So the other person, just moving along, Jaden, I think you're ready for us now. You can now take the floor, introduce yourself, and tell us what is the area in the upcoming youth convention that you are interested in putting yourself up for. Jaden? You have to unmute. All right. Thank you. Proceed.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Jaden Alexander.
Hold on. Jaden, over your background. Wait a minute, man. You get elected already. I just teasing, man. Go ahead. Yes, man.
Right, so my name is Jaden Alexander. Most of you may know me as J. Alexander, and The position I'll be running for on the executive is Public Relations Officer, PR.
Excellent. So, Jaden, what makes you the ideal candidate for the job?
I believe I am the ideal candidate because I possess strong communication skills, creativity, and the ability to connect with people, especially the young people. And I also have experience in content creating engaging content, and promoting initiatives, which is an essential for someone vying for PR.
Excellent. You know, I saw you recently at TAMCC, and I'm aware that you also offer training courses. What are some of the things that you do to directly impact young people right now that you believe can be, contributing factor to your own performance in such a role?
Well, I am the proud founder and CEO of Tutoring with Jay. My aim is simple: to give young people that additional push they need to succeed academically and also build confidence.
Excellent.
So that's what I do right now in terms of helping other young people and supporting them in their academic journey.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. I wonder if I should ask you this question, boy. What made you choose the National Democratic Congress?
In the belly. When your mother was pregnant, she stamped NDC.
The General Secretary answered for you, but you could proceed.
Well, as Minister said, I've been around quite a while. Even before I was of age to vote, I've been around with the party. All rally, I've been with Mommy. And I joined the National Democratic Congress because I believe in its vision for progress, inclusivity, and especially youth development. Because the party has demonstrated a clear commitment to education. Education, skills training, and opportunities for young people, especially. For example, the removal of the tuition fees at the tertiary level.
Right.
So that's why I chose the National Democratic Congress.
Excellent. And apart from the removal of the tuition fees, what are some of the national areas that you see of most concern to you, and how would you go about enhancing or changing it?
Well, mine would be the increase in juvenile delinquency. Juvenile delinquency can be defined as young people under the age of 18 who engage in negative activities. For example, drug abuse, stealing, robbery, violence, and stuff like that. So, well, the government is actively addressing these issues. We see, again, the removal of the tuition fees. We now see more young people having access to a tertiary education. So, yeah.
Excellent. And finally, if you had to serve, which area, which ministry, department, government department would you be most interested in at this time?
Well, Ministry for Youth and Agriculture, because the youth, they were the ones who swung the last general election, and they will be the ones to swing the next general election. So I believe once we invest in our young people, well, they're the future of our country. So once we invest in them, we'll have them close. And also Ministry for Agriculture, because for many years, the agricultural sector has been overlooked. As we know, it has always been one of the lowest budgeted sectors. So now that the government is promoting youth in agriculture, I think it's a step in the right direction, because as we see now, in these times of geopolitical uncertainty, we are now seeing the importance of agriculture. Even if we look at Hurricane Beryl, for example, when Hurricane Beryl passed, we had to rely solely on imports. So, yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Jaden, and all the best in your endeavors.
Yeah, and after Hurricane Beryl, MIT was instrumental in the carry to push for the clean up and so.
No, but Minister, nobody want to join me. Yeah, thank you. Well, we're going to move quickly to the next person. I'm seeing Tahira and then Jeremy. So Tahira, once you're able to hear us, you now have the opportunity to make a pitch. You can introduce yourself and tell us which position you're going up for. If you're not able to hear us, we should move to Jeremy. Jeremy, you can take the opportunity. Introduce yourself. Tell us which position you're going up for. Please turn on your microphone and your camera. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Jeremy Pancho. I am from St. Andrew's Northeast.
Excellent. And
I am putting myself up for the position of assistant chair.
Right. That is assistant chair of the National
Yeah.
Youth Arm. Excellent. So, Jeremy, I'm going to move into it probably one after the other, rapid fire. You know, what makes you the ideal candidate?
First and foremost, I bring a lot of experience, given that I serve as the assistant PRO on the current steering committee. I am one of the most active young person in St. Andrews Northeast. I am also one of the oldest and the longest youth on the youth arm, even before the present minister ran. I work with Ran, so Ran no. I did work with Kevin Kieran to help build the party and the youth arm. Right?
Definitely. So we're going to move in the interest of time. We want to move on to the last two questions for you. And I want to ask you just one area, if you could name just one area nationally that you're most concerned about, and probably give a suggestion as to how you're going to go about changing it if you have that opportunity.
One area. Okay. So the area that I see some little adjustment can be made is in youth.
Yes.
Given that there are a lot of young persons out there who has businesses and some that wants to get into business, but however, they are not able to get loans from the banks. Simply because they go to the bank, they don't have the financial backing to back them and they are just getting into business. So given that, I see that as a concern that if I'm in the position to assist in that position, I will assist.
Excellent. So you'll assist in terms of financing for small businesses, particularly related to young people and new business
young person.
In terms of the support,
yes,
financial support. All right, excellent. Thank you very much. And then lastly, if you had the opportunity to serve, which ministry would you be interested to serve in? Not MIT.
No. Basically, well, as you know, I am somebody who has always been interested in youth and always find myself in youth activities. I will say youth, sports, and also the Ministry of Agriculture.
Ministry of Agriculture. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thanks again, and we wish you all the best in your endeavors as the election.
I believe there is a lot of and make themselves better and as much more financially free from banks and stuff like that. So even if that, if you get involved into
Jeremy, we may have to just close it off there because we're having difficulty to hear you. You know how the technology is. But Minister here in studio, Melinda here in studio, any parting words from both of you as we bring this program to an end? Probably Melinda, you could go first.
Yes, so I just want to say thank you, everyone, for engaging us in this program today. And we are here to support the youth. And to you, the adults, we encourage you to encourage the youth, your kids, your relatives, encourage them to come out. Because if you don't show up, you would not be able to reap the opportunities. So you have to show up, show out, and take full advantage of the opportunities that presents itself. Thank you again. Blessed Sunday, everyone.
All right, Minister.
I just want to say that this is the beauty of our party. When you see it from even the level of the youth and the democratic progress or process that we take, it shows, democracy is still alive. There's nothing like a one-man army, but we give our people a voice. And no wonder why our young people are so interested in the National Democratic Congress. And I want to say that as General Secretary, I am proud to be part of this organization, and we are here to stay.
Excellent.
Right, so anyone that is doubting our party, we are here to stay, because according to Maud Bishop, is that when we serve, we should, at a certain point in time, we should be able to get out of the way when we finish serve for someone else to come and serve. And hearing these wonderful young people making a pitch today, although none choose MIT, but still making a pitch today, and you know, it gives me hope.
Yes.
So when I retire, I can feel proud that the country is in safe hands.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Well put, Minister. And I want to say to our listeners and viewers, you can look forward to next week where we'll have more young people coming to make their pitch as we continued conversations leading up to the National Democratic Congress Youth Convention. So I want to thank you both for coming in studio today. It was somewhat impromptu because we made some adjustments to be able to facilitate everyone. And I appreciate it.
Yes.
Again, that's the dexterity of the young people being able to adapt and flow with the tide. So listeners and viewers, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you next Sunday right here on the same.
So I have one request. Can I just play the song one last time?
Well, we'll have to talk to VFM. Go ahead.
All right, okay, let's see. So for all those who hear the song, we want the song on the play.
That's a sign, why?
Huh?
That should be it now.
Song. But guess what? Coming soon, you will hear our newest song on the airwaves this week, and it's for the youth convention.
Right.
And we are going into some fresh campaign songs.
Excellent.
And the last thing though, on April 26th, we have a big announcement to make.
Right.
So whatever you're doing, make sure you are in Cutlass Peters Park.
Correct. To hear the announcement.
Right. At the end of the youth convention, we will have a youth rally, and everyone is invited to that youth rally.
Thank you.
See you there.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Like all of them in our house, they sick. No movement when they catch it. Unity is strength, and we getting stronger.